Alright, hi everybody, this is Adrian, and today I'm working with Tevin. He's going to be doing the drum part for us. What we're going to do on Your Love Never Fails is just take it piece by piece. There's about three different segments or three different patterns that the drums do, or what Tevin does. We're not doing exactly what the drummer does on the CD, but we did make up some patterns and they seem to work pretty well, so that's what we're going to be teaching you today. Alright, so I'm going to use the sheet music here for the piano, but we're just using it for the words. Basically, don't pay attention to the chords on these. But notice how the intro, of course, it goes oh, that one. He has a special thing that he does on that. But before the song gets to that, he's actually beating the bass drum. I'm going to press play real quick so you can hear Tevin do what he normally does, and we'll break it down and talk about the patterns going on. Alright, so actually what Tevin really does is he gives like a 4-count break when the music first starts. He's not doing anything for 4 counts. And then he introduces the bass drum with a simple 4-count beat, just a straight beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with his bass drum, and then he hits the snare in the bass drum for another 4 counts, and then he goes into a different thing. So we're going to hear it one more time. You'll hear that all come together. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's what he's doing on those first counts of the song. Now, on this video, it's kind of hard to break this down, but you got to realize that when you're playing drums, you really have the opportunity to fill in anywhere you want. All I'm trying to do is give you some type of foundation to build off of, and then you can use your own creativity after that. So don't feel like you have to be stuck doing the things that Tevin is exactly doing. This just happens to be what Tevin made up, and you can be creative on your own and make up your own thing. But it does give you a good foundation, and you can definitely build off of it or come up with your own beats to go with it. So immediately after that first part, now he moves on to a second one, and this is what he always does on the ooh, ah, ah, ooh, different part that they do, the little fill-in that they always do with their voices. He has his own little rhythm that he's doing to that as well on the drums. And so Tevin, show them what that looks like. He's using the hi-hat and the snare. Go ahead. Alright, good, Tevin. Now, realize Tevin's not doing the bass drum at that point, although you can. It's pretty tough to do. He's not comfortable doing that yet, so he's just doing the hi-hat and snare just to keep that sound that he likes going. Next part of the song, it gets into the verse. And so you got the nothing can separate, that part. Again, Tevin goes just like he started with the bass drum. And so he'll start striking that bass drum to the beat and just keep a steady beat for half the verse. Now it's just half the verse though, because in the middle of the verse, when it gets to, let's see, I know I'll make mistakes, that is like the second part of the verse. And on the second part of the verse, he actually switches to a hi-hat, snare, bass drum little beat that he has going on. Tevin, why don't you show what that looks like? The hi-hat, snare drum, and bass drum. 1 and 3. 1 and 3 on the bass. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Right, now the cool thing about that beat that he has going with the hi-hat, the snare, and the bass drum, the cool thing about that is that's going to continue on through half of chorus 1. I mean, well, through the whole chorus, I think, until it gets to ooh, ah, ah, ooh again. And so that steady beat gets to happen all the way. Now what he does do in between verse 1 and chorus 1, he does do a little fill in, like a little drum roll, and ends on he ends on one of the cymbals, and then he goes right back to that beat again when chorus 1 starts. So what I'm going to do is take you all the way through this with the music, and you know, just kind of buzz in whenever I feel like there's something that needs to be said. But again, it's that same pattern, starting with ooh ah ah ooh. The hi-hat snare little thing he has at the beginning is the same thing he's going to end on at the end of chorus 1 when he gets to that ooh ah ah ooh again. So let's look at this entire pattern together and see what it sounds like. There's that first little thing he does there. Drum roll to fill in. Now he's back on the bass. Now that's halfway through the first verse and he's fixing to switch. Alright, and this pattern's going to keep going all the way through the end of the chorus. He does have a little fill in here that he does, so he'll show you that. That's the transition. Same beat. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Another fill in. And the oh ah ah oh again, just like at the beginning of the song. And right back to the bass drum again. Alright, so as you can see, he took you through at least 3 patterns there, 3 different things that he's doing, 3 different beats, and we ended on the beginning of verse 2. Again, right after that oh ah ah oh, it's basically right back to that little hi-hat snare beat that he does, and it went right into the bass drum of the verses. And so anyway, the reason I'm saying it is because it's the same pattern is going to repeat itself all over again. You got the verse, we already know how to do that. We get down to the chorus, he's already gone through the chorus and what he does there. And then we get to the little special place in the song called the bridge. And so during the bridge, he has a little something different than anything else he's done in the entire song, because the bridge is an entirely different part of the song. It sounds completely different than the other parts. So again, it's just a different beat, and that's what we're going to show you now. Tevin's going to take us step by step through the bridge, and just do it slowly, Tevin, so that we can see what you're doing. Go ahead. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now we're going to take you through that bridge just with the beat of the song to let you know how fast it needs to be. You know the basics of it, but now listen to what it sounds like with the song. We're going to start this song in the middle of the second chorus, and then it goes right into the bridge after that, so you can hear what it sounds like leading up to it. Tevin has a couple of fill-ins, I think he does, so I don't want to miss any of that. Here we go. That fill-in I was talking about. Another fill-in. Here comes the bridge. He's starting it off with the bass drum, just like the beginning of a verse. And here it goes, the bridge. Stop. Now he's going to build it up. And right back to that beat. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Last segment of the song, it is the final chorus. And the final chorus just has the same beat as the regular choruses, and so everything should repeat. It's just the same pattern over and over. and then at the very end of the song, it goes right back into the ooh, ah, ah, ooh, and he's just going to hit that hi-hat snare beat that he has going on. All right, Tevin, you ready to show him what that looks like? All right, here we go. All right, we're going to start right here at the bridge, and he's going to take us to the end of the song. Here's the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Build it up with the snare. Roll it. There you go. All the way to the end of the song. All this is that final chorus. There's that oh, ah, ah, oh again. Same beat. And fill in. There it is. Guys, and that was the end of our tutorial for Your Love Never Fails drum version. I hope you liked it.